Hi, it's Mark from Ultra Speaking. I'm here with my friend Darrell Ross. He's a business growth coach in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and he's a master networker. And today we're going to talk about something maybe that all of us have been experiencing a little of lately. What are we going to talk about, Darrell?
Yeah, we're going to talk about holding your tongue. And I don't mean like that. I mean, when that thought comes up that you really want to say, but the other voice deep down inside says, maybe this isn't the right time to say that. I was on a group coaching call, actually, and there was someone on the call that supported a different candidate than I would have maybe supported and was fairly passionate about it. But the purpose of that call wasn't to discuss politics. It was totally different. And in the moment, I could feel my temperature rising, and I sort of felt like I wanted to engage. But fortunately, I held my tongue. And when I thought about it afterwards, I thought, it was the right decision at the time, I think, because you don't want to derail a meeting like that. Part of me was sort of, when you're in the moment and you think you don't say something and then later you have the perfect thing to say. So there was a little bit of that going on. But I thought, that's just about me being right, which that's not necessarily good either. So I thought about it. And I think, at some point, maybe it would be worthwhile having a one-to-one discussion and just find out, well, how they came up with that conclusion. But maybe not, I think in respect of the other people on the call, not getting into a heated debate at that time was the right move to make. And also it gave me time to sit back and pause and reflect. And, people have different points of view. So it's just a point of view, and it's not necessarily them. It's not necessarily who they are. So in terms of giving people the benefit of the doubt, I would say that was valuable. So anytime, I think there's a reason why politics is one of the things that you're not supposed to discuss in a networking meeting, etc. So in terms of being a networking expert, stick to stuff that's positive and ask people questions that you really want to hear the answer to, it's going to uplift them and, help them in some way. That's, I would say, the safer approach. And upon reflection, I was glad I took that route.
Ultimately, the result is, did you have a good meeting or not? And if the purpose and the intent of the meeting is to connect with other people and to leave other people in a better place than they were, then what is the value of getting into a fight, basically, because pretty much all of those things, religion, politics, etc., devolve at some point into, conflict where it's me against them. And like you said, wanting to be right. And isn't that what's causing a lot of the issues that are going on today? I mean, forbearance is really important.
Yeah.
Your spots.
Exactly. Pick your battles. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Darrell. If you want to connect with Darrell, you need some business growth coaching. He can help you find $10,000 in your business within an hour that you didn't know about. You can call him at 604-218-4702 to book an appointment, or email him at darrell@morebusinessmorelifenow.com. He can give you all the goods on how that all works. Thanks.
Thanks, Mark. Have a good one.